Here we go, Real Sales Talk, back again for finishing up our 4-part series of pre-qualifying like a pro. This is listing mastery. Now, pre-qualifying is the most important conversation out there until I get to that listing presentation, because pre-qualifying helps me establish value as a professional, showing them my professional process, having a professional conversation. It establishes my leadership to be able to lead them through the process. It helps me find out objections. This is all stuff we talked about in the first three videos. It helps me understand their personality type. It helps me understand their mindset, and all of this gives me advantages so that when I sit down at the listing presentation, I'm that much more prepared, I'm that much more confident to be able to get some paperwork signed. And look, if energy is real and energy is contagious, they're going to be able to feel that comfort, feel that confidence, and be able to confidently move forward in the process. Okay, so let's jump in on the pre-qualifying script itself. You can find this on the Real Sales Talk private Facebook group online, and let's jump right in. So I'm going to go through the script. I'm going to break it down a little bit so you understand some of the mindset and strategy behind the actual skill of delivering it. And so let's jump right in. So before I come out, there's a few questions I need you to ask. Is that okay? If what I make sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can sell your home, are you planning to list with me when I come out Tuesday at 4? Look, let's set the parameters straight. Let's set the expectations clear so that they don't feel ambushed when I get out there, and know that, look, we're coming out for me to talk about listing your property. No surprises. Okay, that was question number 1. Question number 2, are you planning to interview more than one agent for the job of selling your property? Paul, I don't really want to give them any ideas. You really think you're giving them ideas? I mean, come on now. They know another realtor. Look, you got to be shocked if they don't know another realtor. So if they know another realtor, or at least they're talking to another realtor, I want to know if I have competition. Because at the end of your presentation, they say, well, look, we're going to talk to another realtor, and you're not prepared to handle that objection. Look, this allows me to find out maybe who those other people are, so that in case, and look, I did this plenty of times, I'd find some research in regards to, are they a really big team? Let my presentation talk about how individual and customized service can be a benefit to them. Are they a smaller producer than me? Well, let me talk about how much success and how much more business that we've done to give myself some leverage. Look, either way, I want to know if they're talking to another agent. Okay, question number 3. Tell me again where you're moving to. Number 4, how soon do you have to be there? Just to rehash on some information I already might know. Question number 5, when I see you, how much do you want to list your home for? Wait for an answer. As a professional real estate agent, I study home prices every day, so I'll assume that you'll list with me at a price that'll cause the home to sell. Correct? Wait for an answer. Okay, so that first wait for an answer is that usually they'll say, well, I don't know, I'm looking forward to what you have to say, or what do you think? And so when they say that, after you ask how much do you want to list your home for, then that's your response. Well, hey, as a professional agent, I study home prices every day, so I'm going to assume that you'll list at a price that'll cause it to sell, right? And then they'll say, well, I don't want to give it away, so I'm thinking X dollars. And then they may not even answer it then, because they're a little apprehensive. Some people who are more conservative minded or scarcity-based mindset may still be reluctant to give you that number. And then you go, so what price won't you go below? Or sometimes I may even have to make an offer. What are you talking about? Well, I'm not sure. I really want to see what you have to say. Okay, well, just out of curiosity, if I had an offer for $350,000 cash today, are you going to consider it? Now, I propose an offer, this hypothetical offer, just to get an idea in regards to where they're at on mindset, because even if I haven't done a CMA to this point, which I really shouldn't have, in my opinion, I'm waiting to do the CMA until after the pre-qual, but I'm trying to get a roundabout idea on where their mindset is on price, because, look, I don't want to waste my time. And if they're in outer space, does that mean I cancel the appointment? Not necessarily. How high is their motivation? What's really going on with their answers to some of these other questions before I just cut the conversation short and decide not to go out because they're $50,000 off or whatever. Okay, question number 6 says, how much you owe on the property. Now, I always preface this question with, look, I want to make sure that you understand clearly how much money you can put in your pocket at the close of escrow. And to do that, I'm going to drop a net sheet so you can see all the numbers. Is that okay to give to you? 100% of the time they say yes. And I say, great. So to do that, how much do you owe on the property? And then they tell me. Okay, question number 7. Have you ever thought about selling yourself? That's another one we get pushback on with some of you. Well, I don't want to give them any ideas. Stop it. You're not giving them any ideas. I want to know if they're thinking about for sale by owner so that I'm prepared at the listing presentation and be able to handle that conversation more comfortably. I need to get comfortable in the uncomfortable conversations. He who is most versatile wins. And when you can be comfortable in uncomfortable conversations, that's where you get paid the big bucks. Okay, will you describe your home for me? Now, some of you might skip over this one, but hold up. This one helps me if I haven't further understood their personality type to really clearly understand personality type, because they'll say, well, look, when you see here, when you get here, you'll see the property. It's awesome. High D. They go into this huge, long conversation explaining every detail in 5 or 10 minutes talking about how beautiful their home is. High I, expressive personality. They talk about how much they really want people to appreciate it and how great of a time that they've had there. High S, amiable type personality. Or look, they talk about the details and the blueprints and the analytics and the numbers. High C personality. Now that doesn't necessarily change exactly how my listing presentation goes, but I should be using different choice of words for different personality types at the listing presentation, and maybe focus on certain aspects of the value of my service and of how I'm communicating to make sure I'm aligning with that personality type. Number 11 tells me that. Okay, number 12, I'll be sending over a package of information when you take a few moments to look at it. Look, in the pre-listing package, it's the CMA, it's the contract paperwork, it's my value proposition, what I do differently. I want them to see the CMA, and I send a high and a low, a range. I'm sorry, the CMA does not include the net sheet. The net sheet's for the actual presentation, and at the presentation, I'm gonna present a net sheet high and low. But I'm just sending the comps. Well, I don't want to scare them. Look, you think they haven't even already been looking at the comps already? I'd rather have them be upset and get a little frustrated or see the reality of the situation and give them some time to cool off and think about it. Because you know that's what they say when you're there. Well, I need some time to think about it. Okay, love this question, Rosie Hare. Thank you very much. Any questions I didn't ask that I should have? Sometimes like there's something else they want to talk about, or some other questions that they have, because the next question is, do you have any questions before I arrive? How much do you charge? Look, that's exactly why. That'll be one of the first things that we talk about. Hey, look, I understand commission is important to you in regards to making sure you keep the most amount of money in your pocket. So let's take a real good look at that when I get there. I don't want to handle objections over the phones, but I know that asking if they have any questions and them bringing something up allows me an opportunity to understand what's important to them and to prepare for that. So just question number 14, just so you know, our meeting should only take between 5 and 25 minutes. Is that okay? Some parameters on expectations, setting the table, and I look forward to seeing you Tuesday at 4. Pre-qualifying for the listing presentation. Money. Get out there. See you guys soon. Real Sales Talk.